नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका भारद्वाज गुरुकुल में, जहां सीखना होता है आसान और मजेदार। आज हम क्लास 10 ICSE के एक बेहद जरूरी चैप्टर को आसान भाषा में समझेंगे, रेशियो एंड प्रोपोर्शन। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं वो सफर। क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि अगर एक वस्तु की कीमत 100 रुपए है और दो वस्तुओं की कीमत 200 रुपए, तो ये रेशियो कहलाता है या प्रोपोर्शन? आज हम सीखेंगे रेशियो एंड प्रोपोर्शन in the most simple, visual and exam ready way. बुक्स खोलिए, पेन उठाइए, सीखते हैं बिना किसी डर के। Point to remember. A ratio is a comparison of the sizes of two or more quantities of the same kind by division. If A and B are two quantities of the same kind in same units, then the fraction A by B is called the ratio of A to B. It is written as a ratio B, read A is to B. Thus the ratio of A to B equal A by B or A is to B. Three quantities of the same kind in same units are said to be in the ratio A is to B is to C if the quantities are AK, BK and CK respectively, where K is any non-zero real number. Composition of ratios. 1. When two or more ratios are multiplied together, they are said to be compounded. Thus, if A upon B and C upon D are any two ratios, then AC upon BD is their compounded ratio. Therefore, compounded ratio of A is to B and C is to D is AC is to BD. Similarly, compounded ratio of A is to B, C is to D and E is to F is ACE is to B DF. 2. A ratio compounded with itself is called duplicate ratio of the given ratio. Therefore, duplicate ratio of A is to B is a square is to B square. Similarly, triplicate ratio of A is to B is a cube is to B cube. Subduplicate ratio of A is to B is square root A is to square root B. Subtriplicate ratio of A is to B is cube root A is to cube root B. 3. The reciprocal ratio of A is to B is to A. Proportion. An equality of two ratios is called a proportion. Four non-zero quantities A, B, C, D are said to be is proportion if A is to B equal C is to D, that is if A upon B equal C upon D. If the four quantities are in proportion, then the product of extreme terms equal product of middle terms. This is called cross-product rule. Fourth, proportional. If A, B, C and D are in proportion, then D is called the fourth proportional. Continued proportion. The non-zero quantities of the same kind A, B, C, D, E, F are said to be in continued proportion if A upon B equal B upon C equal C upon D equal D upon E equal E upon F. First proportional. If A, B and C are in continued proportion, then A is called the first proportional. Third proportional. If A, B and C are in continued proportion, then C is called the third proportional. Mean proportional. If A, B and C are in continued proportion, then B is called the mean proportional of A and C. Thus, if B is the mean proportion of A and C, then A upon B equal B upon C and B square equal AC, then B equals square root AC. Hence, the mean proportional between two numbers is the positive square root of their product. Properties of proportion. I. Invertendo, if A is to be proportional to C is to D, then B is to A proportional to D is to C. 2. Alternando. If A is to be proportional to C is to D, then A is to C proportional to B is to D. 3. Componendo, if A is to be proportional to C is to D, then A plus B is to be proportional to C plus D is to D. 4. Dividendo, if A is to be proportional to C is to D, then A minus B is to be proportional to C minus D is to D. We. A componendo and dividendo, if A is to be proportional to C is to D, then A plus B is to A minus B proportional to C plus D is to C minus D. 6. Convertendo, if A is to be proportional to C is to D, then A is to A minus B proportional to C is to C minus D. 7. If A upon B equals C upon D equal E upon F, then each ratio equal A plus C plus E upon B plus D plus F equals sum of antecedents upon sum of consequence. Let's simplify it step by step. उम्मीद है आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा और रेशियो एंड प्रोपोर्शन अब पहले से काफ़ी आसान लग रहा होगा। अगर हाँ, तो वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर ज़रूर करें और भारद्वाज गुरुकुल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें ताकि आप कोई भी ज़रूरी चैप्टर मिस न करें। नीचे कमेंट में बताइए कौन सा चैप्टर आपको अगला चाहिए। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए पढ़ते रहिए और आगे बढ़ते रहिए।